Oh, it says we're live, Terry.
Hey. Welcome everybody. Good to see you.
We get those little notifications on there that says that you're live. And that's always one of those things I'm thinking. I can't tell if it comes on there or not, but I guess we are. So but we'll give a minute. I know that there's a couple other streams going on, so I don't even know if anybody's gonna be able to pop over with us or not. But I'm hoping that we can get a few people in here to hang out. It's just a lot of fun to get to chat with some people, especially on a Friday night. So um but that's the way it goes. So I'm super excited anyway.
That's always my favorite part is the live interaction. I enjoy talking with people on panel. I enjoy talking with them in the chat. Maybe just because I'm full of hot air, you got to let some escape, but I love it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we got a few in here. So all right, everybody, you got to sound off. Let's hear it. Say let's hear it. Say I see Roseanne's already said present, so at least give me an emoji that lets me see you're here.
I'll tell you what, I can look under participants here and I can see EL444, JR, and Roseanne Mossman at the moment are the three that I can see on the YouTube side.
Okay. So my thing here is saying 7, so but that's just
well, those are the ones that's watching, and the participants are only if they put something into the chat, I believe is how that actually works.
Comes in, but you can't ever tell. Okay. Hang on just a second, Terry. Can you just, if you don't care, just to kind of keep.
Hey guys, I guess I'll just ramble for a minute out. I'm glad y'all could join us tonight. Hopefully there'll be a few more drop in. They're a little bit bigger channels and other channels that have everything going. Friday night is a very busy night for everybody. And Roseanne, I appreciate you following me over here. This is going to be a fun stream, I think. I've been waiting on this one.
Oh, absolutely. And all the Fridays are going to be fun because that means I don't have to work. So that's always a plus. I don't have to work tomorrow. See, Mrs. Legicator in here already trying to legicate me.
It's Saturday tomorrow.
Well, somebody needs legicated.
She's always trying to legicate me. Sit down here.
It's not legicate, it's mom.
Well, she's got to mom me, she says. People in the chat.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's no
everybody needs mothered, sir.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think that I'm absolutely grown up and I don't need to be mommied. Oh, I don't think anybody's putting that. Okay, maybe I do then. Okay, maybe I'm a big kid. I can't help it. But
oops, I think my finger slipped.
Oh yeah. Well, there was a person that actually said there was.
No, I don't know.
Wait a minute, that says fart nukes. That's a freaking awesome. That's an awesome name. Oh, fart nukes, man. That sounds like some poisonous stuff, bub. Oh Lord.
Oh, there you go. Like I was telling you. Like I was telling you, Legicator, Roseanne said that other stream's going off the wall. I got out just in time. I told you I was so happy you were going on that I got to drop out of that one. That was getting interesting when I left.
I'll try to keep it calm here. I hope nobody wants to beat me up. I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's always somebody who wants to beat me up, but I hope that I don't get attacked. Tell them something. Tell them how wonderful I am.
You guys always catch me when I'm always running ragged or I'm extremely exhausted. And it's always because of this one.
Being a mother and a wife. Being a mother and a wife, is there actually a time or a day that they don't run you ragged? I mean, to be honest, I remember my poor mother. There were 3 of us. I had 2 baby sisters. Man, we definitely run her ragged. And that was before my father got home from work to take over.
Oh, hey, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, it's Tina. Not even too much that. It's trying to balance that and work and being everywhere at once.
But not me. Because I'm the blessing.
He's the neediest kid I've ever met in my life.
Kevin, I'm not talking about him. I really don't talk about him that much. I mean, unless something really comes up. He's really nothing to me. Like I've said a million times. I mean, I agree. He's kind of done. Like I don't really care. I
Well, just to tell everybody about the only thing you ever had to say about him had directly to do with his threats and invite to fight you, and that's what it was about. Was about the fight.
Yeah, or when he takes shots at me and like want to be mean. And he said a lot of mean, nasty things about me. Here and there, whatever. I don't really care, But I wish him the best. I really do. I wish he'd get his head out of his ass. I think honestly, I think he could probably do something good because he is a very charismatic guy. He could probably do some real good if he really tried, but I'm just afraid his ego and his crazy beliefs are just too much. I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, he's charismatic, but he has no charm. I know that the word charisma also includes charm. He really doesn't have so much charm, but he's so deceptive that you can be easily charmed. If you're not really paying attention, Chili can get you pretty quick. Too bad he doesn't turn that to something positive.
I don't know.
We haven't hung Jacob's medal up in his cruiser yet.
Not yet.
Because we have not found the right thing to hang it up.
Yeah, I want to try to put it. My idea was I was wanting to put it like on the dash, but I don't really want to put like I don't know how I'm gonna mount it yet. I guess that's a short way. So, but we'll get there. She didn't just say that.
Well, I wanted to let her know that we didn't forget about it.
I don't think she thinks I'm going to forget about it.
Are you talking about Caleb's medal, the one that Tina had given you?
Yes. Oh, it's Caleb. So Jacob. I'm sorry.
What did you say?
Yeah, it's Caleb. It's Caleb.
Yeah. The medal that she had given him Friday. I wanted to let her know that we haven't gotten it up yet because we haven't found a proper way to actually hang it in his cruiser.
Yes. It's basically her fault. It's really not. It's honestly my
sorry,
fault.
Tina.
But that's
Caleb.
That's kind of where that come from. So, but anyway, so let me tell you what the good news is. The good news is it's Friday night. It's Friday night, and I don't have to play policeman anymore. I'm off for the next couple of days.
So, in other words, you have a weekend free of tyranny that you can spend with your family and enjoy it?
Right. Don't worry. I'll still be plotting. I'll be plotting. Okay. I was going to ask that. Tina, let me ask you something. How did we end up sending that? Because I left it with Irish, but I wasn't sure how it was going. If anybody knows how the belt's actually getting to Massachusetts, because I wasn't sure.
But I don't know, but I think Josh is going to try to head it off if he can. He seemed like he wanted it pretty bad.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, he's such a moron. Did you think that was funny when I posted that? Okay, thank you, Tina. Thank you, dear.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Honestly, I should have left it with you to begin with because Irish kind of had that look on his face, like but no, I appreciate that, Kevin. I don't know if I'm the coolest. I don't know. I don't really consider myself a cop, to be honest.
Do y'all see how big his head is already?
Does
not need to be any bigger.
Scumdog, what's up, brother? Let's see. Roseanne says that Mrs. Educator has a honeydew list for you. Man, probably. I don't know.
I've had a honeydew list.
Okay. You know what the funny thing about those honeydew lists are is where I fix things, I have a lot of unfortunately, I have a lot of honeys out there, and they all have a list for me. Is how that'll usually work.
Well, here's what I told her. I was like, if you ask me to do something, I'm going to do it as soon as I can. You don't have to remind me every 6 months. That's the only thing I'm saying.
By the way, my wife's chiming out here next to me saying, "Yeah, you take care of every honey but me." So apparently, I don't get on her list often enough.
Oh wow, sounds like something I would say.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Listen, guys. The reason I kind of want to hang out a little bit. I've had a lot of people ask me about this shirt. That's actually the shirt that we'll probably do an auction on tonight. But here's the way I want to do it. Because I put it, and then I started thinking, if I do that, like it kind of kills the fun of having everybody kind of mingle and the interaction of it. So I thought I'll take that down. And I thought the best way to do it is just have a live stream and let everybody's interested. So here's what we'll do through the event. If you are interested in the shirt, and like I said, and I had somebody, oh gosh, Terry, this is funny. I literally had somebody say, "Wow, you're so full of yourself." I was like, it's not about the shirt because of me. It's not about that. It's just another, I guess, I don't know. It's some kind of memento maybe from the fight thing, the event. We had a lot of good people get together. And because of that, it's kind of a keepsake type thing, and it's cool. So I mean, if you want to bid on it, bid on it. If you don't, you don't. I was just trying to think of something cool to do. So
let's say Jane.
Probably.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yes, that is Jane.
I'm gonna have to poke a hole in his head.
I'm gonna tell her now.
Something tells me that Jane has the same opinion of me if you ask her.
Oh my. We have to have we do. That's a great idea. We should do that yearly.
Yeah.
We should have some kind of, and every year we could do a little bit bigger and invite more and more people. And that would be it's a great idea, Tina. And honestly, we could, I don't even care if we just for the record, we don't have to do it around here. Cause I mean, if you give me an excuse to get out of here for a little while, just say it, just throw it out there. So anyway, so what I would like to do, Terry, and this is kind of the idea that I was thinking of for everybody in the chat. If you're interested in the shirt and you want to post a bid on it, just put it in the chat. And whatever that you would want to bid on the shirt. And by the end of this stream, we'll just kind of keep tally of where we think we're at. And by the end of the stream, we'll see, who actually wins the shirt or whatever. So, but my idea is we can, like I said, I mean, I think this is, don't you agree, Terry? It's probably the fairest way to do it, to make sure that it's like everybody has the opportunity to kind of interact.
Didn't you show the back?
That is a serious possibility. My question is how are we going to get that amount to you? How are they going to get that to you is the question.
Well, I will. What we can do is we can do it through Cash App, and then you can send me an email with the shipping address and all that stuff. That's what I kind of figured. You know what I mean? So the Cash App thing is probably the easiest way, and then we can take the high bidder and send that through Cash App to me, and then you can email me at Leducator Yahoo, and we can absolutely get it sent out to you. So, and we're gonna sign it. So it probably would be a couple of days before I get a chance to see you, obviously, and have bits and this is Leducator and everybody. We're gonna everybody that I can around here that I can get to sign it. So. But I'm sure you guys are probably, I mean, that's just so hard to do. It's like a mirrored thing.
Well, I was saying like hang it the way you have it, but just like show the backside of it too. Cause
this is, you can't show both sides.
No, but you had it on the front side for a little while. Now turn it on the backside.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Leducator. Hey, Leducator. If you look under your settings on your camera, you can actually click a little box that says mirror my camera. And that way it'll be as if we are looking straight on at you instead of seeing that mirror image left for right.
Well, where's that at?
Because you got a couple of them.
Yeah, because I'm just using I'm not gonna come on my settings right now. I'll just live with it for now, but I'll mess with it. Thank you, Roseanne. Absolutely. Please hit the like button. I don't know how much that stuff matters. I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, I got monetized. I didn't even really know how that stuff worked, but Terry helped me do it.
MZ Kiwi says that if the shirt fits you, I could use it as a tent, and I have that same problem. I could probably fit it as a car cover over my tiny car.
Yeah, I think is it an XL? I think it's an XL. It's an XL. So
that's so funny because I wear a medium. Can you imagine how far that would? It'd look like a nightgown on me.
Well, she wears a small. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah. Okay, so so EL's actually bid the first bid on it's $50. Looks like she's starting to bid at $50. So that's where we at. But like I said, I don't really care if it just whatever we do. Yeah, and I just want this. I just want to do something fun. and talk a little bit freedom. You know what? I had a buddy of mine that I was going to have come on, and we're going to start doing this. I'll tell everybody while we're here. We'll start doing this stuff on Fridays. I'm hoping on Fridays we're going to do what I'm going to refer to as Freedom Friday. And I've got a buddy of mine that graduated from Ohio State, and he's got a degree. It's basically like constitutional law. I don't think it's actually, I think that's just what they ended up terming it, because he's like a constitutional guy. And I'm going to have him come on. We're going to pick his brain. And we'll start talking some freedom stuff, the real stuff, not the sovereign citizen nonsense stuff, and not any of the crazy outlandish ideas, but really how the real idea of freedom is, and the best application that we can make it in our beautiful constitutional republic. So remember, guys, freedom isn't perfect. Freedom is actually really, really rough. You know, in a true perfect freedom, it's anarchy.
And know that it's not cheap, easy. There is a huge, huge price, usually in innocent blood, to be spilled in order to purchase freedom. Know that.
Absolutely. And it's actually done that throughout history. You know, freedom is definitely not free, especially with the way that we do it. We have a perfect, well, let me say that. I think the only thing perfect, obviously, is God. Okay. But I truly believe that we had a divine intervention when we created this beautiful little,
they can't see the shirt. And you're like right in front
this
of
beautiful little system of constitutional republic. So I really absolutely believe that. I don't know what
the Forgiven Jerry has challenged you, sir.
What is it?
The Forgiven Jerry has challenged you. The comment right above the one you have highlighted.
Oh yeah, to a water pistol duel. Oh, but I'll bring Super Soaker. This is the shirt that I wore the night that we actually got presented the belt. It says it's got a little emblem on the left chest. It says Tataris MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu MMA, and then on the back it says Chad Iron Man Gu, and it's got the little the helmet that says Ironton Police Department, and it's got my unit number 810, and then it's got my badge on it down here. So I've actually, in my community tab right now, there's actually pictures of the design, and it's actually not the actual shirt, but you can see what it is when it's laid out in design. So you know, it's kind of neat, you know, because I really wasn't sure. There were so many people like reaching out to me and stuff about different things when this fight started, and I was
Baby Doll Ironton has just put $100 up there, sir.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Oh, so, but yeah, by all means, you know, that's kind of what happened. Was everybody was wanting to make designs and stuff, and I got like so many, and I was like, whoa, man! And everybody done some awesome art, man. It was so cool. You know, everybody was actually just like reaching out and stuff. It was so cool. Had such a good time.
Apparently, Random Channel 2.0 is calling someone nerds. I assume it must be you and your wife, because they surely can't be talking about me.
They couldn't be talking about you. Couldn't be talking about you. And it must be her. Oh, 125. We got 125 on the bid. Now I wish I could do that like an auctioneer. That's so cool. Yeah. That would be,
you know, they actually have a school for that. They have like a school, like a class where you go to learn how to be an auctioneer.
They do. And you know what else they have? They actually, I didn't know that, but they have a bartender like school, like where these guys can actually do all those crazy things and stuff. That's so cool. I mean, that's just like throw the drinks up and stuff. Like they have like university type things. It's cool.
Baby Doll Ironton says if she would happen to get that shirt, she wants to make sure that your wife signs it.
Absolutely. I think that was the plan anyway. I think
I'm taking over.
Well, by all means, I've tried to get you to take over and like do.
Going to have to change the name of the channel to Miss Leducator.
I tried to get her to before to make videos, and she doesn't like it.
I just don't have the time.
Oh,
I'm here half asleep.
Whatever.
I have to be up again in the morning.
Whatever.
There's
so
Jane
funny.
giving me crap about my booster seat again. You leave that booster seat out. Everybody doesn't need to know that I need a booster seat to sit at a restaurant table. We don't have to make that public, you know.
That's awesome.
Maybe y'all aren't and went to 150. So we're at 150, it looks like, for now. So, yeah, and I want to tell you guys too, while we're here, I want you guys to tell me what kind of stuff we're gonna do for October. Oh, we're going to 160.
Hey, Captain, we have a local lady who just had some, I don't want to divulge the name or anything right now. We'll talk about that on the back end. She has, I think, 4 children. She's a single mother. She just had gallbladder surgery 2 or 3 and is expected to have some more, I think. She told me she was okay for the moment and would definitely let me know if she needed anything, but we might have the opportunity to help someone here locally. Okay. If you would be interested in helping me to raise money for, a local mother who needs it, I would love to do something like that.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Get the information. Let's do it. I don't care what we got to do. I used to do years ago. I was part of a kind of a little nonprofit thing that we were doing, where what we done was we took children with special needs. We took them hunting, outdoor stuff, hunting type stuff, and we done fundraisers and different things or whatever. And we were able to supply like Thanksgiving dinner for a lot of families in the area, and it was all local stuff. So, yeah, we've kind of done that stuff before. It was a lot of fun. Talk about rewarding too, man. It was so awesome.
It looks like we're up to about 22 people, so you might have to tell everybody what's going on again as far as the bidding is concerned in the chat, so that if anyone new wants to get in, they can.
Yeah, we're taking bids for the shirt that I've been yapping about. Right now, I think Amy is at 180. This is the current high bid, I believe. And we're going to take that. If you're interested, just post your bid in the chat, and then we'll take the payment through Cash App, which I'll share, and then send me an email for shipping and all that good stuff, and we'll get it sent to you.
Roseanne has a great idea for December, sir. Maybe we could get together and fundraise for, I don't know if that's like a national charity, but I'd rather do it for locals if we can. There's a lot of local people, a lot of local children who may not be getting anything or a lot for Christmas. And I think maybe we could put some smiles on some kids' faces if we really tried.
Absolutely. Yeah, we done that. We done that years ago. That's what I was going to say, is it started off with, doing some fundraisers for children with special needs. And then it ended up being that we were doing, we bought Thanksgiving dinner for like 9 families in the Ironton area. And
now, a personal thing that I heard about, Captain, about you, by the way, the same lady that I was talking about, she told me a personal story. She has one child who is a special needs child, and apparently her bicycle was stolen. And apparently you, and I'm not sure she didn't mention any other names, but she said they, and she mentioned you. Apparently you guys have bought a bicycle and took it to that little girl and changed the way she forever saw you. So just so you know, there are a lot of people out there that look up to you for many reasons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was blessed to be part of it. It wasn't just me by any means. So it was the guys at the police department that done that, not me. I was in on it, and we all were. So we just happened to be the ones there that was able to go down there and do that with her. So it was really a lot of fun. And that's like, being able to do that type of stuff is such a blessing, because, the old saying, it's better to give than to receive. When you really get to do it and actually get to feel what it feels like when somebody really doesn't have something, and then to see the look on their face, you can't buy that, man. You cannot replace that feeling.
That is a sense of personal satisfaction that you cannot get anywhere else. And it's not that it bolsters pride. It's just the fact that it makes you feel so awesome inside to know that you made someone else's day.
Oh, police are cowards. We have a troll. Everybody love on it. It needs a hug and attention to show up on the chat with me.
Well, now, wait a minute. I believe I saw you in that cage. What I didn't see was the other guy who I will label as a coward. That's who I didn't see. I'm just saying.
The one that
was literally supposed to make a difference.
Oh, man. Looks like Christine's at 185. Police are cowards. This is coming from somebody's hiding behind a fake account in a chat. Oh, irony. Oh, Lord.
Good old boys saying that they shouldn't be saying that about me in my booster seat, right? That could be embarrassing to a normal man that had pride, but since I'm nowhere near normal and I don't have any feelings, you can't really hurt them.
Yeah, see, that's me. Like, I've been, man, you know how many bad things have been said about me. How many people's going to kill me and kill my family and everything else, and I take them to jail. And it's like, man, come on, man, I didn't put you in this situation. You did.
You know what's really funny is I've never taken anyone to jail, man, and I've gotten death threats just for showing my face up on YouTube and filming what the cops do, man. I got people that want to kill me for that, supposedly. However, I will say one thing. Apparently, they're hiding in mommy's basement behind their computer monitors because they sure haven't come out here to see me.
Oh yeah, well, I guess it's the way it is. Here an opportunity is what they say. It is.
She wants to know how long the shirt's going to be up.
I don't know until we get done here. I don't know. I mean, it just depends.
I guess it's done when people quit bidding, isn't it?
Yeah. When we quit down here and whatever. Kevin, by all means, man, email me anytime, buddy. I do my best to get back with them. Policemen and women who risk their lives every day protecting. Yeah, I guess so. I was thinking the same thing, Jerry. But you know what? Honestly, I don't really get into that back and forth stuff with that because, you know what? If you don't like cops, you don't like cops. I'm sorry. If you do like cops, by all means, whatever you got to do, it doesn't matter. But I hope that even if you don't like me, then one day you'll either like me or you'll learn to just kind of live with me because I don't dislike you. I don't know you. So, nevertheless. Okay. So for October, we know, Terry, you got somebody local that we maybe want to do something for. Did I see somebody say something? We got obviously breast cancer awareness is October, right?
I seen someone say something about domestic violence.
And there's something else too. Somebody remind me, what was it?
Unfortunately, there are a lot of needy causes and a lot of needy people out there. It's hard to help everybody all at the same time, but I think we can get together and give it a hell of a try anyway.
Absolutely. Man, I'm game. Let's do it. I want to see how many people we can change your life. That's awesome. What is, buddy?
That one. He's talking about auditor.
What? That's Terry. He's the one with the big mouth talking.
Yeah, I tell you what, my mouth is sure bigger than the rest of me. That is a fact. I'm a very small guy with a big loud personality for sure.
Absolutely. That's all I bet. Shit. Hell, who cares? Have fun.
Tom, and for those in the chat who don't personally know the Legicator himself, now I have to admit I really don't know him so much on a personal level. I've only met him one time out of uniform. But I will tell you that through this whole thing and getting to see him off camera, he has absolutely earned my respect. There may be people out there that hate him for various reasons, but I haven't found one yet. And as an auditor, I'm always looking. Don't think that I haven't looked for reasons to hate the man. That's kind of my job. But I have to admit, I haven't found one yet. I really do like the guy. He's earned my respect. And that's not easy to do. I don't give it away free.
I appreciate that. I really do. I mean, and that's trust me, that goes both ways. I think a lot of it, and you know that I've told you that. And I think very highly of you, and I think, in my opinion, I think you got it down the right way. I think the way that you do it is probably the most realistic and logical way to actually be able to get out there and film. You know what I was thinking, Terry? I was thinking one day I'm gonna do a live stream and I'm gonna do a 1A audit.
Hey, maybe you can come out auditing with me. That'd scare the shit out of your guys, wouldn't it?
That has nothing to do with you.
Oh,
this person's literally just looking.
Oh, it's a troll. Yeah, it's a troll.
I feel like everybody just needs to ignore him.
No, love on him. He needs attention.
Because literally,
love on the troll, guys. Listen, I don't know about Texas. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I can tell you this.
That has nothing to do with his department or him.
I mean, obviously.
I guarantee you, I believe that I can stake everything that I am and ever have been and maybe ever will be on this statement. I believe that if there is gunfire and children are in danger, I believe that Legicator will be at the front of that line running straight into gunfire to protect them. That's what I believe. You'd be hard-pressed to change my mind.
I promised this, and I thought about this, and I remember years and years and years ago, we had when the active shooter training very first started kind of coming around, and we were really learning the new concept of how to deal with it. And we took some training, from an SRT, and they were talking about, basically this is what's going to happen. This is what we expect you to do. And what we actually done was we talked about how we're going to handle things. And it was scary, because like it kind of hit me when I was thinking like we had to like run in, was acting out this scenario and all this stuff. And it's like, you don't wait on a backup unit. You don't wait on anybody. You just go in and do it, whatever. It's like, okay. So we kind of figured that out, whatever. Well, then I went home that night and I was thinking, and I was like, wow, that's, to know that I'm going to probably be outgunned because, those guys are carrying, a lot of times they're carrying the rifles and stuff. And a lot of times we may or may not have it. EL went 200. Awesome. God bless you. But with probably going to be outgunned. And I thought, man, I don't know. That's scary. Right. And I made a pledge to myself, and I really actually put like a lot of thought into this, you know what I mean? And I made a pledge to myself that if I get in that situation, God forbid, I'm going to go in and I'm going to automatically know I'm probably going to die. You know what I mean? Because, I'm going to probably be outgunned and stuff, but I'm going to do my best to try to shoot some bitch. I can promise that. And if we get to that point, that's what we're going to do. And somebody asked me, is like, well, how do you know, that you're going to be able to do that? And I said, I don't know. I know, but I can promise you, I've already made a pledge to myself and my God that I will. And it's like, you're going to go in there knowing you're going to get shot. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to. And the guy that I'm talking to, like, somebody goes, why would you do that not knowing what's going on? I said, because I would pray to God that somebody would do it if it's my babies in that school. That's really
exactly right. Exactly right, sir. And I'll tell you what, my legs are a lot shorter, so I may not be able to keep up with y'all, but I guarantee you I'll be right behind you in that mess. I don't mind being a target as long as it takes up a few bullets for him to take me down. That's a few kids he can't hurt, and I'm okay with that.
I believe you, buddy. I believe 100% you'd be right there with me. I don't doubt that a bit. And just for the record, I know you find this hard to believe, okay? I'm going to go out there on a limb and tell you all this. I'm not exactly built for high speed. I'm slow. Oh my God. But when I was younger and stuff, and they'd give me grief because I get smoked in a foot chase or something. And I was like, good Lord. I was like, I'm not fast. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not fast. I've never been fast. When I was a young kid and I was in the fight gym and stuff, and I was in super condition, I could run as far as you wanted me to and do everything, but I was slow as hell getting there. But I'll do it, whatever. So
I'll tell you the secret, sir. I'll tell you the secret.
Please.
When it comes to gunfire, speed isn't your problem. Accuracy beats speed every single time. So look out, guys. If you're not very well practiced, don't come around here trying to pull the trigger. Just saying.
I'll tell you this, Terry. This is something that I actually said here a while back. Oh, Christine went to 210. We're really climbing. God bless you guys. But a long time ago, when I was teaching, and I was teaching some gun classes, and I had a guy, talking about, he went to this class, and this guy was, he had all these certificates and everything, and he just wasn't happy with his certificates, and he wasn't happy with his training. And he says, he was like over all these credentials and stuff. And I was like, yeah. I said, let me tell you this, in my experience, I said, I would much rather judge someone by the amount of brass at their feet as opposed to the certificates on their wall. So,
hey, I think you need to check out Kevin K's comment down there, sir. At least I know Miss Educator will appreciate it, whether you do or not.
Oh yeah,
I just remind him to treat me good.
Oh, she knows. She knows how.
Just don't forget to tell him how hot you are every so often. That way he doesn't forget.
Oh, she doesn't tell me. I tell her every single day. She knows.
When you're married, sometimes you go through days and years, and you forget to tell your mate how wonderful they truly are. Because you just get caught up in the day. It happens to everybody. So every so often, you should stop what you're doing, look at the one you love, and say, hey, you know what? I love you. Don't forget that. I absolutely love you.
Oh, absolutely. And we do that all the time.
Yeah, it's
she knows she's spoiled brat. No, you know what? It's funny because you know, it really is. It's kind of what you make it. You know what I mean? You have the opportunity to love on each other or not. You know, so you got.
You know, I find it funny that everybody's apologizing to you for thinking your wife is a pretty lady. And like I always tell people, if they were to compliment my significant other like that, all that does is bolster my pride and make me stick my chest out. Because guess what? No matter how beautiful she is, she comes home to me every night.
yeah,
Absolutely. Well, Eaton Beaver says I'm handsome too. Oh, hit me in the field, man. Hit me in the field. Oh no, man! You're not that. I don't mind people tell me how pretty my wife is. I don't like some of these people that get nasty. You know, some people actually say some nasty stuff. And if that happens, I just block them. I mean, it's just disrespectful. And you know damn good and well you wouldn't say it in front of me. You know, but
Ace 42B is asking what the high bid is. I believe we're at 210 right now, are we not?
I believe so. 210. Yep.
$210, Ace 42B. That's where the bid stands right now. $210.
Absolutely. But you know, I guess, you know, that's the thing is like, you know, there's ways to be able to say things to people, you know what I mean? And like, yeah, Beaver says it right. You can't cross that line. That really is what it boils down to, you know? You know, you can say nice things about people and talk to people and call them, you know, attractive or beautiful or whatever. But then when you start talking nasty and stuff, you're not trying to compliment anybody. You're just, oh, Ace went to 220. God bless you.
Hey, if anybody out there just needs to tell somebody how ugly and useless they are, send them over to my channel. I love that stuff. I don't have any problems with it.
Hey, bud, let me tell you something. I'm just lucky that she can't see very good.
Lucky she hasn't went and got her contacts or glasses.
Why do you think I canceled my vision insurance at work, Terry? Gosh.
Great idea, sir. Great idea. That's what I do with mine. I always grab her glasses every morning and put fingerprints all over them, hoping she doesn't realize to clean them.
Oh, here's the trick. You just got to get you a little bit of Vaseline and smear on there and make them blurry. But you'll look like a model. Oh, man. That's awesome. But
I like the different. I want to get to something too real quick while we're here. It's the I'm gonna apologize first, and then I'm still gonna be dirty. And for me, that's undermining the disrespect part.
Yeah, you're just trying to get away with it.
I look at you a little bit different.
Yeah, don't say nasty things. It's not gonna get you anywhere.
I don't mind the, you know, checking him out and all that stuff, but once you go like as far as
you weren't talking
and everything else, that sweaty and what he's like in bed, that's a little bit much for me.
I don't think he'd be cared about
Ace 42B is saying that they have to run to let them know if they win. I assume you must have contact information for them.
Ace, just send me an email at leducator@yahoo. And just remind me who you are because I get a bunch of them, and then I'll let you know where you're standing.
I'm going to step away for a quick second, sir. I'll be right back.
Okay. So that's where we're at now. We got 23. We got 23 in the chat, and I'm like kind of. I think we got a few other ones. I think Masshole's on right now, and I know that's a big one. So that's probably going to go. You know, they usually have well over 1,000, I think, in the chat. So it's kind of tough to compete with that. The auction will end tonight, Ace. When I go offline, then we'll just call it an end. So that's where we're at. Oh, 225. Okay, so Christina just went to 225. But you know, honestly, it's like, you know, here's what I was thinking too. I want you guys to start thinking about like what kind of, not just like fundraisers and stuff, but even like if we don't do fundraisers, like projects type stuff that we could do, you know, like, you know, when I started this stuff in July, when we was doing the biking thing, and I ended up having to do some running and stuff. And then obviously my knee blew out there at the end and I didn't get to finish it. But even like the biking thing where we were doing the biking challenge, I'm game for that. I'm game for all kinds of different things. It doesn't always have to be about money. I don't care if you guys just literally want to see me go out and do a 1A audit with a big pink ribbon on me with the pink bra that says that I'm a breast cancer awareness.
I just made it back, sir. But did you see Wolverine's question? He was asking what is the shirt? Said he was late getting here, or she. I'm sorry, it might be a she. I apologize. It's just the name on the screen. So.
I'm sorry if I ever say that to anybody. I don't mean to. This is the shirt that I wore. The shirt that I wore to the belt presentation. It says Chad Ironman Gu on the back. It's got a Spartan helmet that's got the blue line flag. It says Ironton Police Department with my unit number and then my captain's badge at the bottom. And the idea is, and I'll let the winner decide if you want my stupid signature on there or if you want Mrs. Educator's or Terry's or whoever. I'm sure we'd all be happy to sign it if you choose. And if not, then we can keep our grubby fingers off of it. It doesn't matter to me. But
hey, just so you know, while we're having a fun stream over here and having fun interacting, Mr. Fortwitch says Artie is apparently ripping Sovereign Soul a new one over there on his channel. So be glad we're over here.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I'm glad I'm over here. I don't.
I have to enter that fray again if they're still on when we leave here. So wish me a little bit of luck and some. Maybe I need a indestructible trifold for some bulletproofness. I don't know.
You can't say that without actually standing up, Terry. You have to. That's like blasphemy.
Well, the only thing is, I'm so short when I stand up. It's the same height as I am when I'm sitting down. No one really notices a change in height in me either way. So if from your height, it probably looks like I'm just a head sitting on top of a couple ankles.
Oh, not at all, man. Not at all. Oh man. Oh, that's funny. Man, don't feel guys. Listen,
we're just glad you guys are here.
Yeah, I don't care about you guys bidding on the shirt. I don't care at all. Like I'm literally just doing this just for something else fun to do that we can just have something to do and interact with you guys, man. And I'm probably not like the best content creator to be able to come up with anything cool. So I just like hanging out with you guys. But yeah, give me some ideas. What would you guys? Do you guys want to see me do a 1A audit?
I tell you what, I'd love to have you come out with me sometime and you could audit with me. That would be amazing to see a police officer and an auditor do an audit. That I think people would like that.
We're not going to do it in Ironton, Terry.
Oh, where's the fun? Okay, where you want to go then?
I want to do it where somebody don't know me, so I can go out and act like I'm gonna act like Josh. I'm gonna be a complete idiot.
Well, now be careful. You might end up with the torture cuffs and in the rape cage and all that. You got to be careful.
If I go to jail, y'all better bail me out.
Can you imagine me and Miss Legicator having to do a fundraiser to get you out of jail? That would be incredibly hilarious.
Oh, y'all better make it immediate. Like I'm telling you, y'all better make sure that if that happens, that you all put the sad music in the back and have a picture of me like on the thumbnail with like me like this holding bars. Oh, that'd be funny. Oh man, I'm game. I'm serious. I don't care. I'll do that. I was actually thinking I'm gonna do some different stuff. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna do some of that type of stuff. I'm gonna do some more of the freedom type talking stuff. I want to get into some constitutional talk. I'm not a constitutional expert by any means, but I'm gonna try to find some people who are to actually talk to me because I'm just all about love and freedom. Yeah, that's right. NZ. He could do a fundraiser and keep sharing my freaking Cash App all the time if I get put in jail. Can you imagine? He'd be like, we're going to help Chad Gu. We're going to help Chad Gu get out of jail because he was wrongly put in torture cuffs. Oh, man, that'd be funny. Well, it wouldn't be funny if I go to jail. Just for the record, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail at all. But nevertheless, I'll bet you, I was just thinking, what I ought to do? Matter of fact, I'm going to do it, Terry. Keep them entertained just for a second. I'm getting ready to send a link to another.
Keep them entertained. Well, you want me to do a tap dance or something?
Yeah.
I could say something like they're always after me, Lucky Charms. I was trying to get Irish Demon to pack me back in his luggage. I figured I'd meet some of my kinfolk there. Those leprechauns have got to have something for me. Yeah. Not to mention, I would like to have my own pot of gold. That would be nice.
Oh man, if you get a pot of golden mule cherry, man, be mad because I don't want to have to go to work no more.
Eaton Beaver said maybe you should arrest the wife. She'd raise a ton of money. I'd say that's probably correct. People love to get money to a pretty face.
I would actually be willing to do that.
I don't want you to go to jail.
I'm quite sure.
No, I mean, not like really go to jail, but to raise money.
I'm quite sure if someone tried to do a fundraiser for me, I would feel my hip pocket getting thinner. I think somehow I would end up in the negative out of that. Definitely not a pretty face.
Thank you, baby doll.
Oh yeah, she must be talking about me.
No, she's talking about me.
Oh, okay. Oh Lord. Ow. I just got shocked by your shirt. Oh Lord. Yeah. Roseanne will put her in torture cuffs. She deserves it. She's mean to me. Poor little me.
He couldn't do it.
No way. I just sent the link. I don't know if we're going to send it, but I had to send the link to Josh because he's going to.
That could get interesting. That could get severely interesting right there.
Oh Lord,
They
that's
said that
scary.
You were handsome.
They're talking about me. Don't let him get a big head.
How old is he?
24, 25. I don't know.
Not 9 going on 32. That seems to be the way a lot of them work these days.
Yes, Christine, you're absolutely right. Let's pray for Florida and the Carolinas.
Absolutely, 100%. And while I'm thinking about it, we normally have someone in our chat by the name of Johnny Groman, and he is a doctor down south. I believe it's in Texas. Or actually, I believe he's like a director who directs several different medical establishments, everything from rehab to hospitals. And him and a doctor friend of his, the reason they're not here bidding tonight is because they've pretty much spent everything they had in backup, headed to Florida. They hired other people in and are paying them out of their own pockets to take over their one to take over his practice, another doctor, and of course him to have someone fill in for him so they could go to Florida and help out. So I just wanted to throw that amazing awesomeness out there to Johnny and his partner, his friend. They deserve that round of applause and that big standing ovation for being those kind of people.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I literally preach every single day about. You know what? And it doesn't even have to be that. I mean, he's obviously a very skilled person that has skills that I can't do. I mean, I know y'all find it hard to believe, but I'm not actually. But you got to think, man, seriously, we've all got a way. We got something we can do. We got something we can do right there within our reach. If you actually look biblically, God never asked anybody to do something without what was already in their hand. Literally, just take what's in your hand. What's in your hand? And let's work on it. Let's take this and start. Just start with what's right in your hand. I don't care if it's just something small. You know what? You see your neighbor's grass getting a little bit high? Cut the grass. Help them out. Whatever you got to do. I'll have her do it. I'm not going to do it.
And remember, on those days when you feel completely overwhelmed, that he said he would never put on you more than you could stand. So even when you think you're getting buried under, know that he has a lot higher opinion of you, or he wouldn't have stacked it on top of you. Just saying.
That's right. That's right. And remember, you know what I like? I love the story of David and Goliath. And I'll tell you why, because we read it in the Bible and we hear this pretty language. You know what I mean? But let's face it, let's be real, what really happened there. This great big badass dude was literally out on a battlefield mocking. He was literally mocking the army of Israel and basically saying, y'all are cowards, I'll whoop your ass. And they're scared of him, all of them, right? And now imagine this, Terry, this little kid.
Probably about my size, I would say. If I had to imagine what David might have looked like, I think he would probably look like me. The least likely to succeed in every way is what everybody thought of this poor kid.
If not, get this, and maybe even smaller. He might have been a complete little runt. You never know. We don't know, right? But he literally gets so fired up. Imagine this, because we read it and we think we got an idea, right? But if we really put ourselves there, think about what's really going on. He's fired up. He's pissed off. And he's literally screaming at these guys going, what? Basically, for all intents and purposes, and please don't take us for blasphemy, anybody in the chat. I'm just putting it in relative terms. He's literally looking at these people going, what the hell is wrong with you? He's mocking us. None of you guys are going to go fight him. You're embarrassing us, right? That's what's up. Let's be real, right? I know the Bible doesn't say that type of stuff, but let's face it, that's what it was like. And he's getting so pissed off about this whole thing. He's going, you know what? I'll kill him. I'll fight him myself. And everybody's probably laughing at him and be like, sit down, dude. You're a runt. You're nothing. Right. And he literally looks at him and goes, is there not a cause? Is there not a reason why you should be willing to die? Take what's in your hand. Take what's in your hand and run with it. And that's exactly what he done. As a matter of fact, there's some theologians that describe the way that he ran. He literally ran at him. He ran. He didn't walk. He was so ready to just get his hands on him because how dare you mock my God, right? Take what's in your hand. Take what's in your hand and go get it. Run after it. Go get it. It doesn't matter, man. You know what? If you don't believe in God, I disagree with you and I would like to be able to have a different talk.
I don't know who that is. I can't say that name.
Eaton Beaver.
Well, just remember, just because you don't believe in him does not mean that he does not believe in you. Just saying.
Absolutely.
And I want to throw a shout out to Wolverine Man, who says he lives in a Florida community with many seniors and he's trying to help them clean up as well as taking care of his own house and yard. Awesome. Kudos to you for helping people out. That's what we want to see. We want to see people help people everywhere all the time, whether it's a major disaster or not. Sometimes a small thing can be all that someone needs to have a better life.
Man, isn't that great? Isn't that great that you have the opportunity? You know, we will be in situations every single day. And I say this in my video, guys, you guys know this every single day, be somebody's corner man. You know, you guys, I'm sure most of you guys seen Derek's video the other day. Derek's dealing with some stuff, right? Derek's honestly, he's such a good guy. Truly one of the best guys you could ever meet. Like if you meet him in person, he's even more of a gentleman than he is on screen. That's no kidding. He's a wonderful man.
I'll tell you what, for some reason, I have this idea that he's such a little feller. I mean, he's bigger. He makes 2 or 3 of me, but I guess where he's younger. And it just makes me want to throw my arm around him and take him under my wing and say, look, man, it's going to be okay.
Yep. And I'll tell you this, too, the thing about, Wolverine is a she.
Better fix that.
Wolverine is a she, which makes it even more badass that they chose Wolverine to be a screen name. But let me tell you this about Derek. Derek is one of those dudes that immediately when you meet him and tell me if I'm wrong, Derek, seriously, within 5 minutes, this dude is literally feels like you've known him for years.
Wolverine Man says he is actually a he, and he had mentioned that earlier as well. And just to call your attention to it, Mr. Fortwitch was wondering how to send you something, sir.
Like to mail me something? I'm assuming.
It just says, hey, Chad, how do I send you something? So I don't know what the something is. Might be a Unabomber letter. You never know.
Oh, if that's the
anyway,
case, you're going to want to send that to, let me get your pen and paper. It's actually, it'll be in care of Jose M. DeCastro at, I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
At the self-driving van located on the riverbank of.
Yeah. Mark it up in the van. But no, you can mail it to the police department. It's City of Ironton Police Department. Just put attention me. That's 301 South 3rd Street in Ironton, Ohio 45638. I like how you put that story, Chad. Your mom in like, thank you, man. That's awesome, Jerry. I mean, if you really think about it, like, I mean, that's we tend to take things like biblical and we think it's like all home and all stuff like that. That's not what it was. It was intense.
Hey, Captain, do you remember that name that's up on your screen now with that 225 bid? Do you remember that name?
Christine Lovelace.
That is the lady who actually bought the belt and gave it back to you, sir. That was the one who made sure that those children got $1,100. And I just want to make sure everybody knows who did that to give her awesomeness right there.
I just didn't want to say that. I didn't know if she wanted to remain anonymous. I wasn't sure.
Well, if she did, I done screwed that up just because I think she is deserving of that credit. I want everybody to know how wonderful I believe that was. Not only did she purchase the belt, but to not be selfish and take it home to keep it, for the prestige and fun of having it, but to reach it right back to you. And in my personal opinion, you were the one who deserved it anyway.
Well, I definitely appreciate that. And that was such a kind gesture. And that's definitely well appreciated. That was awesome. I sent it up to Boston because I think it's fitting. And to be honest, I just want to kind of have a kick out of it because what that's going to be.
That's the one thing that's going to bother Chili more than anything else. And I believe that's why you did it, just to throw that last jab since you didn't get a chance to throw a real one at him.
Oh, by the way, did you guys see the part? And I've already told Terry this. I think we was backstage. Did you guys see the part where I done the when I sung the song on one of the videos recently? And Chili got on there and said, "Whoa, you're a star," with a laughy face, like being a smart aleck. Did you guys catch that? Did anybody see that in the chat? And well, I couldn't resist. And I mean, I'm not taking shots at the man. I'm just being silly. But I said, well, because he says, how do you say it, honey? He says, you're a star or something like that. And then I put in the comments, I was like, well, I mean, I'm not a Power Ranger, but I try. You know. So
Mr. Fortwich says it's your webpage, sir. Mr. Fortwich wants to, I guess, send you a link to a webpage is what it is that he wants to send you.
Yeah, Leducator at Yahoo, leducator@yahoo.com. And Jerry, honestly, that's your prerogative. I truly firmly believe in it. And let me tell you this, I'm gonna share this with you guys. And you guys, and I know I'm gonna probably catch flack.
Guys, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, she's so whiny.
Good night. No, I have to go to work.
Good night.
A little bit of sleep.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
I will see you guys next time.
But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I want you guys to understand this. I am certain that there's a God. I'm not trying to convince you guys. I just want you to think of it from my perspective. Here's the way I look at it. I've asked people before, people that are atheists or what they claim to be atheists, and that's your prerogative. It's fine. But I say things like this. Okay, so you'll bet your life on it. Well, what do you mean? Are you willing to take a bet and bet your life on it? Well, I mean, there's a possibility there's a God. Okay, well, there's a possibility there's a God. Then you're probably not willing to bet your life on it, correct? And they'll say, well, I'm willing to bet my life on it. If I'm wrong, I'll never know. I'll go to sleep, right? But if I'm right, I got a relationship with Jesus. That's all I'm saying.
I'll tell you what, in my personal life, I have been in so many places where if I had been there a split second before, sometimes 2 or 3 minutes before or after, I would not be here today. So okay. I don't believe that, and it's been so many times in my short little life, man, that stuff like this has happened. Stuff like bringing groups of people together all in one place at one time that wasn't planned, and we just happened to be there and spend that time together. And it's come to, in my life, I believe in divine appointment. I don't believe in coincidence anymore. There is actually someone up there. I don't know why I made the list, but somebody up there looks out for me. That is a fact, because sometimes I'm too stupid to know any better myself.
And I was thinking to myself, like, I mean, he's obviously got to have a sense of humor because, I mean,
I had a teacher in school that was living proof of that.
No, honestly, I'm blessed, man. I've seen that, Stephen. You're right, buddy. I am happy. I'm blessed. I have a beautiful wife. I'm blessed with a decent job. I've got wonderful friends and family. I have nothing to complain about.
Origami Help Desk says that God is real.
I've seen that. I had to laugh. Okay. Dave, I believe there's God too, buddy. I've got too many stories that I won't share them with you guys tonight. Maybe one day, if you guys want to hear some of my testimony type stuff, I'd be happy to do it on a different time. It wouldn't bother me a bit. I just don't want to push that type of stuff. I'm a firm believer that you love people to Christ. You don't try to beat the hell out of them, if that makes sense. So, I would rather just
well, you know what? Probably the best way to do it is just to love them. Yeah. Just to love them anyway, regardless of who they are, where they've been, and what their personal belief is or is not of any God or any Savior, because that's how it works. The Bible says that no one comes to the Father except through me. But there's a verse after that I think a lot of people miss. He says, no one comes to me unless the Father draw him. So sometimes we have a habit of trying to drag people to the cross to lead them there. But unfortunately, you have to remember they have to be drawn. And if they're not listening to you. It's like casting your pearls before the swine. So love them anyway. Plant those seeds and know that you do not have the power to make them grow. That is all up to God. He gives the increase. All we can do is plant and water the seed.
That's it, brother. That's it. we have a hard time with that sometimes too, because we feel like we want to go out and save people, right? We're gonna go out, we'll go out and make them love Jesus real fast, right? It don't work that way.
Go out and beat them right into love. We'll beat them till they change their mind. Hey, I tell you what, the beatings will continue until morale improves up in here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, but anyway, so here's where I'm at, guys. I want you guys to hear me when I say this, and I mean this sincerely. I'm ready to do some really great things. And I was back to what I was saying before. I don't want you guys to think that everything that we do is about raising money, because that's not what we're raising money for ourselves. Let's just be an example. Pick something that we can all unite and do. And you know what? If you take a picture of yourself and you email it to me at Leducator, if you're doing something that we do, I'll be happy to post on my community, or maybe even make a little collage type thing and make a video out of the viewers and stuff. If you're doing something that is in line with what we're doing, we'll make a project out of it. I think we can have fun with that. But like you said, it doesn't always have to do with money. Sometimes you can just help someone put their groceries in the car. Sometimes you see an older or younger lady who is not very strong at the grocery store trying to load a 50-pound sack of dog food. Run over there and help them out with that. You'd be amazed at how something small like that might just lead to a lifelong friendship. Absolutely. Absolutely. You never know where things are going to go, right? But I'll tell you one thing, you're never going to be sorry for being kind to somebody. You're not. You know what? The worst case scenario, I absolutely firmly believe that the worst case scenario, if you're nice to somebody, is you just practiced for the next time when it really will mean something, right? Even if they're mean back to you, it doesn't hurt, or it doesn't hurt any more than it would if you didn't. So why not?
Well, just know that if you're nice anyway to those people who seem to hate you and berate you, it, like as the Bible says, it heaps hot coals on their head when you give them something to drink when they're thirsty and you feed them when they're hungry. It really sets their head ablaze. It makes them think differently. You know, it plants those seeds and they start to realize that, hey, this guy isn't so bad. I hated him for all the wrong reasons.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. I've kind of come to the realization that, I'm learning all the time too. I'm learning how to actually like talk to different people, because there's, let me say this. I'm learning
Mr.
how.
Tortwich says that if you say there's evidence of a God, you have no faith. I don't know that I don't know that I agree with that statement. I will agree with the fact that you can't prove to another who doesn't believe that God exists. That is a personal proof. It will be proven to you personally. You will not be able to show someone else that particular proof. However, as far as having faith, you have to understand that faith is not a blind belief in something. You need to look up the word biblically. The Bible says that faith is the evidence of things hoped for. That means that those prayers are answered and you do hold that proof personally. So understand the difference between faith and a blind belief in something that you cannot prove, because one is not the same as the other.
Right.
Those who have true faith understand what I'm talking about. Those who have a blind faith and go to church because they think they believe something, that's a completely different story.
Well, those are the people that their grandmother went, and they just done it because it's been part of their life their whole time, but they never really tried to actually reach out to be a relationship with God. And that's why when people tell me all the time,
teaching for doctrine, the traditions of men.
Yep. And I tell people all the time, they'll ask me, they'll be like, and here's the way that I try to word it is, if it's one of those things where you don't have a real relationship with God, it's hard to hold on to, because it's just a religion. You're just kind of doing a something that, you know what I mean? It's like a rehearsal type thing, and there's people that actually ask me all the time, they'll be like, well, you cuss awful and stuff. I'm like, yeah. And well, how can you be a Christian? Is that in the Christian handbook? It says I can cuss. And here's the thing too, is I'm not perfect. I suck. As a matter of fact, the Bible says within my own righteousness, I am filthy rags. I'm terrible. I suck in every way. I'm terrible. But according to my faith and my God, Jesus was perfect. And he cut a deal for me, basically. So I don't have to be perfect. I just have to try to be an example towards him, for him, to not be something negative. I
challenge anyone out there to find one Bible verse that says cussing is going to be the ultimate lead to anywhere other than beside the throne. And the reason I say that is because I have been challenged in the past. And I was brought to Proverbs, where it's part of the verse is the wisdom of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, arrogancy, the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. But when you look up that word froward in a concordance, what you find out is perverse. So, those adjectives that we use, notice that the word pisseth is in the Bible. They used to pisseth on the wall, but now we have to pee on it because somebody decided the word piss was bad and the word pee was better. So know that those words that the Creator doesn't give two shits which words you use, as long as He knows your heart. And that's what He's looking at. He's not listening to your speech. He's not looking at your face, doesn't care anything at all about that, because He sees through all of that and sees the heart that keeps all of that beating. So just saying, the life is in the blood, not in the words.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I'm starting to sound like a preacher here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get all preachy.
You're not bothering me any. Not bothering me at all. Oh man, that's.
I don't know if I ever told you I'm actually. I don't know if I ever told you I'm actually ordained as a pastor. I don't know if I ever told you that or not. I'm a bit different than everybody else. If I were rich, they would call me eccentric. Since I'm poor, they call me crazy. But I prefer the word unorthodox because I am a bit different than most.
You have to realize that Flat Derp is in the chat, folks. Okay.
Hello, Flat Derp. How you doing? Love the latest video, by the way.
I love all the videos.
If you haven't watched his videos, you have got, well, I love them all, but I mean, the latest is the latest. So, but I mean, if you haven't seen his channel, you have to go watch it. If you love to laugh at Chili, you have got to go watch him and Josh team up on it. It is so funny. And don't drink anything while you're doing it, or you will spit all over everything in front of you. I'm just warning you right now.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Hang on just a second, Terry. I'm going to send you something real fast while I'm thinking about it, too. Yeah, let's see. Oh, working on a new baby chili now. Oh, I can't wait. That's just funny.
Wolverine Man says that he believes that you are more defined by your actions than where you pray, and that is an absolute fact. Because right. I mean, even when you speak, the Bible says that your speech, from an overabundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, and that is a true statement, not because it is in the Bible. So when it's just the way it works. So when you hear someone speak, think about what kind of a heart that person must have to use those particular words in that order. That will tell you a lot about the person standing in front of you.
I agree. Absolutely agree. Oh, let's see if I missed anything else here.
Well, you made it interesting there, Cap. Is there any way you could put that into Messenger? I'll have to copy it, email it to myself, and then try to. It's easier if you. So I'm not on my phone. I always use my PC. I'm sorry.
Okay, sure.
So if you can send that to my Messenger, it'd be a little bit easier for me. And believe me, I do like easy.
Me too.
Awesome. I'll go pick that up here, and then I'll throw that out there for everybody.
Oh, fine, Chris. If I have to show my intelligent level, come on, man. Is somebody talking about Carl down there? Rodan, I'll be on his weedy. Girl, don't just come out for nothing. Oh man, we had such a good time.
I love that impersonation, by the way. You do that a little too well. I almost see Billy Bob Thornton when you do that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I done her at Nervous Hospital down there, I reckon. Oh Lord have mercy. I've had people message me like, "You're so stupid," and be like, "You're just now seeing that? Really?" Because I can tell you this: the day that I have to grow up, or that I have to act like an adult and not be stupid.
Well, now we all have to get older, but I don't remember anyone telling me that I absolutely had to grow up. That's half the fun, is still looking at the world through a child's eyes.
That's right. Absolutely.
Aren't we supposed to come with a childlike faith? It's kind of hard to do that if you're thinking like a man.
Well, I don't have that problem. I don't ever think as a grown up. Sorry. Bad news for everybody because I'm a pretty big child. Oh my gosh, that's
The only
good.
reason we have so much fun in life, isn't it, Captain? Because we still remember what it's like to be young.
Absolutely. Yeah, some people call it a Kaiser blade, other people call it a sling blade down there, I reckon. Oh, good times. Oh, love it, man. And like I just
Oh,
wonder.
looks like I misspelled Cash App there. I put in Cass App. I'm gonna have to go fix that.
Oh, that's my
And my
cash.
apparently my fingers went blind for a second. Give me a second. I'll fix that.
Oh Lord. Oh. Oh man, that's it right there, Mr. Fortrit. Starving for knowledge, man. And that's the thing too, is like I guess I kind of get to the point where like I obsess about things sometimes, and it's probably not healthy. Because like when I do actually take an interest in something and I start wanting to learn about it, I don't quit until I like blow up with everything I know about it. And so, oh my gosh, it's kind of aggravating.
I have that problem too, and sometimes when you start down one rabbit hole, it will lead you down 50
Isn't that
others, man.
crazy?
And you can spend years trying to research something, look it up, and find out
Stupid
everything you
internet.
want to know.
Stupid internet keeps us busy all the time. Be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Let me check this out too. Right. So, oh man. But you know how it is. So it's all in good fun. And
So what is it? Is it that we hunger for knowledge, or are we just nosy people? Which which is it?
you know what? That's probably pretty true. I think we're just nosy. And
The forgiven Jerry said, just because I'm a child's height doesn't mean I've got a child's eye.
well, yeah, that's right, Jerry. Put
I'll,
it on.
I'll, I'll tell you a quick funny story, and if Jane's still out there, she can confirm this. She's my baby sister, and I went to pick her up. She was in junior high. I was like 27 years old at the time. And I walked in, and I still had my ball cap on, and you know that the teachers generally hate it when you walk in the building and have your ball cap on. So as I'm walking through, one of them grabbed me by the shoulder very hard, jerks me around as he's screaming at me to take off my ball cap. And when I turned around and he seen that I had a full beard, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were one of the kids. I said, I know, right? Maybe you shouldn't just go on height. It was lunchtime and I blended right in with those middle school students. You couldn't really tell if you didn't see my face that I wasn't one of them.
Oh, that's funny.
Sad but true.
Oh, by the way, Wolverine man, let me tell you what part of Florida are you in? Because when I was we owned property when I was a kid in Hernando County. Does anybody know where Brooksville, Florida is? We had property there when I was a kid, and that was kind of like we had two houses down there. My family did, and then every summer we would go down there and spend usually several weeks down there in Hernando County. It's on the Gulf side, but I love Florida. Like my wife will tell you, that's like my weakness. I love it. I'd live there if I could.
I was in Daytona Beach once. I had a cousin who went, and they actually let me go with them. That was a cool trip. It seems like that town's getting kind of dried up, or at least when I was there, it's been quite a few years ago now, but it kind of looked like Ironton with a lot of closed shops, a lot of closed businesses,
Really?
empty buildings. There were huge sections of the beach where hotels used to be, and there's just empty and there's nothing there anymore. But
That's sad.
that didn't stop us from having fun while we were there, though.
Yeah, that's sad though. Oh well, Wolverine man, you're actually not that far from me then, are you? Where we were down there? Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, because I mean it's been years I've been down there, but Brooksville is not that far north of Tampa. I don't think. Maybe 30, 40 miles. Maybe I don't remember. I mean, like I said, it's been years, but
Raymond Brady said he had a beard at 14. And, I'm kind of that same way. I've always been kind of a hairy guy. I usually don't play shirts and skins because if I take my shirt off, it looks like I still have one on. So, I always have to be on the shirts team. But there's almost like Teen Wolf. I'm just an old man now. So I guess I'm like Senior Wolf or something like that.
Yeah, Senior Wolf. So you're not going to be surfing on the minivan or a van or anything.
Nah, man, I think I left that stuff behind about 20 years ago. I'm 48 years old now. I'm pushing 50 as hard as I can go. It's not that my mind doesn't try to get me to do things like that. It's just I know my body takes way too long to heal when I fall off that thing now.
Dude, I'll tell you what, that was my biggest
Remember, I have the hair, not the coordination of a wolf. I just have the hair. That's it. I just look the part. I'm not near as strong or agile.
Oh yeah, when I was training real hard for the fight and stuff, that was what was so hard is it wasn't about the training. Like my body could handle the training and stuff, but the recovery. Oh my God, dude. Like I mean, like I would go from being perfectly fine and like do a decent training session and I about died. It would take me 2 or 3 days to feel like I come back out of it again. I was like, this ain't what it was like when I was 20. You know, I'm a totally different guy now. So.
Tend to bounce a lot higher when you're younger. When you're old, you just kind of go splat, and then you have to pick yourself up and heal a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do a lot more splatting. Yeah, I can tell you that. Yeah, I don't know, Wolverine, man. I can't remember what was all there, man. Like I said, the last time I was there was probably 25 years ago. You know, because it was.
There you go, Leducator. Raymond Brady is actually Butch Brady. If you remember, Butch said that he had to make another account. So I'll throw that out there to you because that's a name familiar to us. Thanks. Appreciate you letting me know that.
Oh,
now I know who I'm talking to there. And I believe, let me see if I can find this real quick. Somebody has said I believe they had a house where you were talking about there in Florida. I don't see the comment now. I've kind of lost it.
Oh, well, that's neat.
I was looking for it. I believe it was who you were talking to there a second ago. Now I can't find it.
Oh Lord!
I'm sorry. I try to keep up with the chat, but it doesn't always work.
Oh,
my old man's hanging out from under my mask at the moment, I think.
Hey, can somebody get check on Sovereign, see if he's still alive? Oh, make sure that he's not getting tore up too bad over there.
My wife said it kind of turned into kind of a shit show. I don't know since I'm not there, but I know she quit watching. She said it was about all she could handle. So.
Oh yeah, that's awful. Oh, man, I hate that.
There it is. Paracord Princess said that their father-in-law owned a house in Brooksville. I believe that's where y'all were talking about.
That's where we were at. Like I said, it's been a long time ago, but I loved it down there.
Sorry, it took me so long to find that. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay, man. We forgive you this time.
Well, I'm glad because, somebody like me makes a lot of mistakes. I need a lot of forgiveness. And I'll be honest, I found that it's a lot easier to ask for forgiveness than it is permission 90% of the time.
Oh, I'd get you in trouble. Oh, supposedly Chili is going back to Ironton. So whatever.
Well, I tell you what, we can't wait to see him, can we, Cap? We've been waiting on this for the whole time for his big reunion. I don't think he's going to get the welcome that he got the first time he was here. That's my opinion. I think most people around here are not half as dumb as he thought, and our teeth are not directly related to brain cells. And after he said that, I think he pissed a lot of people off around here. Just saying.
Rabbit hole, to answer your question, I will absolutely, I won't do anything illegal. I won't have some kind of thug, nasty street fight that's just stupid, and it's not me. I don't want to do that. But if he wants,
he might run into a few people here who might, though.
Yeah,
I mean, he is in drunk hillbilly territory. You never know. A couple beers, man, a little liquid courage. You never know what somebody might pull.
But if he wants to show up and actually go into a gym, then yeah, I'll whip his ass. And I'm just gonna give you a heads up. He's not a fighter. He's not gonna do that. And if he did do that, it's gonna be really short and brutal. He's not a fighter.
Well, I believe he already said that there's no way he can fight anymore. Somebody sent me a clip where him, crying old man. Now he went from being 20 years old challenging you to a fight to 150, and now he has a bad knee and high blood pressure, and he knows he just can't fight anymore. So that was the clip they sent me anyway.
He's not a fighter. He's never been a fighter. He just got a big mouth, and he was just first guy to actually take him up on it. He acted like an idiot and backed out, but that doesn't matter. That's on him.
I am so glad that you made that happen, though, because it stopped him from trying to run that BS on every other cop across the country. I bet he never, ever, ever challenges another police officer to a cage match. Want to bet?
Yeah. I hope he doesn't. I mean, surely. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Ray. When I can't get there fast, so
you might have to eat a couple before you're able to get there and arrest you.
Oh, I'm just playing. I would do my duty. I promise.
Even if he does run slow. I tell you what, if I'm on scene, not that I would want to get involved, but I'm so small, I might be like a speed bump. I might have to trip him up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you trip me up, that's on you. It's not on me.
Well, that's not exactly assault, is it? Just because I accidentally got in the way.
No, that wouldn't be assault. Absolutely.
Okay, because I mean, I don't want to end up in torture cuffs, for heaven's sake. I just,
Oh,
but I got to admit, I would love to see him eat a left and a right and maybe a couple more rights before you manage to get whoever it is off of him. I'll just be honest. I think that'd be good content.
yeah. You're just yeah. To see me fall down. Oh man. Oh yeah. Poor Chili. I wasn't even going to talk about him tonight, but he just somehow pops back up, doesn't he?
Vic Ferrari is questioning my comment that Chili will make rational decisions. No, it's not about rational. He's just a chicken shit. Remember the bag we had there at the fight? It was something about DeCastro's farm fertilizer. It was 50% bullshit and 50% chicken shit, and that's exactly how I view him. And I think that he's just smart enough not to get his ass in a tangle this time. I think after he got called out on it, his bulliness has subsided, and I just don't think he's brave enough to make those claims anymore since someone was willing to pound him for it.
Yeah, he never. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a firm believer. Chili never one time thought he could beat me ever. You could just see it in his actions. He was literally trying to convince himself just for the I don't know. I guess just for his own ego, but he never thought he knows he can't beat me.
Vic says the 50% bullshit will always win out. That's a serious possibility. It is a serious possibility. I don't doubt it. I'm just hoping that there's enough chicken shit in there to make him think and grow up just a little bit. I keep saying he needs to bend over a real man's knee and have his little ass busted so that he learns a lesson in life, because apparently he never got it. So I'm hoping there's enough chicken shit in him at least to keep him afraid, even if he's not smart enough to know why.
Yeah. Bless his heart, man. I hope he really gets his head out of his ass. I mean, I'm not just saying that, like I really do. But
he could be a hell of a man if he put all that energy into trying to be instead of trying to be whatever the hell it is he's become.
Mm-hmm. Man, you guys didn't even tell me. Look at this. My gosh. I blame Mrs. Legicator. And
the forgiven Jerry says I could be like Ant-Man, run up his pant leg and kick him in his Nutella. The funny thing is Chili's not much bigger than I am. He outweighs me by a bit, and he has a good bit more muscle mass, but I could run up one side and walk down the other of him pretty quickly. The old hillbilly saying is I'd stomp a mud hole in his ass and walk it dry. He stood no chance against Legicator, absolutely zero chance, because I got to be honest. And it's not that I'm trying to, assert my alpha maleness here, but he's not the first bully that I've had to face because I am a small guy. And he would find out real quick that getting his ass kicked would be really embarrassing. A guy that looks like him, it would be really embarrassing whenever I put the hurt all over him.
How old are you, Mr. 4Twitch? I'm 43. Josh Felice is a lot calmer. I bet I know where he's been. We've been hearing about that, man. Tell us about it. Oh my God.
Apparently there's some people getting into some business on other streams tonight. I'm so glad I got to duck out of there when I did. Thank you for doing this, man. It saved me, I think.
Oh gosh. Well, you know what? Hey,
somebody was even in the chat asking. Somebody was even in the chat asking my opinion. I saw it right as I was dropping out and didn't have a chance to address it, and I'm glad I did. And I don't always like to give my full opinion, man, especially on panels like that, because it kind of brings me under fire, and I don't like to have to argue and scream back and forth. I just like to have a calm talk about what we disagree about.
Wow. Oh, wow. What's that say? PW Star? Who left the stream? Running chats. Did I miss something? Is that Chili? Did they say Chili left the stream?
I'm not sure if they're talking about Chili or if they're talking about Sovereign Soul.
I don't know.
I'm trying to bring it up here. I'll find out if Sov's still on. I never look at Chili's stream, so I don't really care if he's on or not, to be honest. But I'm going to check out Sov's channel here.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm 6'3", 325. How you think I would do? I think you'd be just fine. You're a big old boy. You're bigger than I am. Oh, Chili's live too, huh? Bless his little heart. Sovereigns is gonna go all night. I'm sorry. I know it meant Chili. I literally just couldn't tell because my screens. I just kind of got a glimpse of it.
Oh my goodness, what a panel he has got tonight. He's got Artie's Corporate Fiction, Archangel for Truth, Joe Cool, Jeebus Crisp, and believe it or not, he even has Juan Galt, the legal badass, on panel tonight, man. We might be missing it all tonight. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that one.
Who's doing that?
What that's on Sovereign Souls channel.
Oh man, he really does. He's got some big hitters in there, huh?
Yeah, yes, he does. Of course, when you start talking the whether or not driving is operating and operating is driving and all that kind of stuff, man, I tell you what, the Agent Smiths sure come out of the matrix and have a lot to say about it from both sides. There'll be arguments going on for a week over that, I guarantee it. There always is.
Yeah, that's something else, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what, we can wrap up if we feel like if there's not anybody else gonna want to bid on the shirt, or if there's anything else we need to talk about, we can wrap it up and everybody can jump over there and watch that entertainment.
So is our high bid 225 now? Is that where we're sitting?
We are at 225 right now.
Maybe you ought to show that shirt one more time and explain to them how this works so that everybody that may not know can get in on it.
This is the shirt that we're obviously auctioning off. It's the Iron Man, Chad Q Iron Man. This is the one that I wore when we done the belt presentation. And the goal is I'm going to sign it. Terry's going to sign it. Mrs. Legicator will sign it. Bitz will sign it. Whoever else we can get to be interested, or if you want us to, if you don't, you don't have to. Our current bid is 225. All I ask is that you're able to do Cash App and email me an address and we will ship it out to you. And we're going to do some more stuff. We're starting to get some funds up for doing more stuff. So that's kind of where we're going with this. But we're having fun and that's what it's all about. So right now our current bid is 225. And like I said, I know that's very significant for a shirt. But I understand that this is this is like a keepsake because this is the one that Chili was going to beat me up. Bless his heart. He didn't.
And also it's for a great cause, by the way. Don't forget where that money's going.
Absolutely.
I assume that's going straight to St. Jude as well.
Yes. Well, here's what I was thinking. That's what I was going to talk about. I was determined because it is the last day of September instead of doing another St. Jude's, is actually donate it to a different charity. So I'm going to let you guys put in the chat what you guys would want me to do. Do you want us to do like more St. Jude's, or do you want to do more of like maybe breast cancer awareness, domestic violence awareness, something like that? So maybe pick something for us to make donations to, because we're still doing that stuff anyway. So, but by all means, that's what we'll do. So, but I'm super excited because October 1st starts us a whole brand new month of new something to do, Terry. So I want to hear it. NZ, I'm with you. Thank you for saying that about Bitz. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Please guys, check in on Bitz, bits and pieces of it. Go over and love on him a little bit. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, do so. Love on him. Comment something positive to him. He's such a good dude. He really is. And he really is struggling. I've talked to him a little bit,
He's actually a really great kid who's stuck in a really bad place, mentally sometimes. And he just needs to know that there are people out there that care, that no matter how bad it gets, tomorrow's going to be a better day.
That's right, baby. There ain't no down days. There's only up days and getting up days. And on the days we ain't up, guess what? We're on our way up. It's getting up. You can't keep me down. Good luck. Ain't gonna happen. So, and that's how Bitz is. Bitz is a soldier, man. He's awesome. He's way tougher than I am. And that's just he's a blessing. He's been a blessing in my life already as a friendship. And I really think very highly of him.
I'll tell you what, I just got to meet him this past weekend that we all spent together. And, the first time I actually met him in person, and I really, really enjoyed his company. I tried to talk to him I tried to talk to everybody because I'm kind of like a politician. I work the crowd and talk to everybody. I don't want to miss anything. But man, I really just enjoy sitting down talking with him and Miss Bits. They really are just down to earth kids. And I hate to call them kids. That's probably demeaning to them. I don't mean to be, but they're so young. But that I see them as kids. But I really enjoyed my time with them. Love talking with them. They're just a couple good people.
Hey, can you put a link to his channel in there, Terry, in the chat? I seen somebody asking what's his channel.
To whose channel? To Bits and Pieces?
Yes, please.
Are you talking about Bits and Pieces? Yes, I absolutely can. Give me just a second here.
Yes. Let's see here.
There you go. It's in there now.
Awesome.
I'm getting messages and texts from people telling me that I should get back over to Sovereign's channel. They're telling me about all the people he has on his panel. So they don't know that I've already been there to see that, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're wanting to throw me in the middle of that argument. It sounds like some people want to throw me to the wolves there, don't it?
I think they do.
Good thing I'm just a little guy. I usually manage to duck and swerve pretty good, so I miss most of it coming at me.
You just got to keep moving, dodging and ducking and bobbing and weaving.
There you go. Climb one tree and jump to the other. Hell, I'm like a squirrel. I can ride the trees out if I have to. Run right across the tops of their heads before they realize I even moved.
Awesome, Dave. Awesome. Yes, good sub to Bits, man. He's awesome. I'll tell you what, guys, we went an hour and a half, and that was about my plan to begin with, was go an hour or so. And I'm all about keeping it going if anybody's got bids, but otherwise we got to go over and tune into this freaking crazy show. If there's
got to go see the shit storm as it happens, do we?
Absolutely. So I guess we're going to say going once, going twice. Anybody's got a bid above 225? That's where Christina Lovelace is at 225.
You better be getting that in the chat real quick if you want to go higher than 225, because it looks like it's about to go.
It's about to go. And like I said, if you'll just send that to me on the Cash App, and then if you'll email me at leducator@yahoo and give me an address that you want me to send that to, and tell me if you want the signatures on it and such, and we will make sure that you get just that. But absolutely, and I'll be honest with you, I'm absolutely super excited to go over and watch this other stuff.
Do you want me to throw his link out there so everybody can come over and see what's going on? All right, I'll throw Sovereign's in there too. That way everybody gets to see it here. There's his link in there as well. That way, if you want to check out his channel and what's going on, go over there and see what's happening.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely going to be over there. I'm almost afraid to duck into the backstage again. He's liable to throw me up on that panel. It seems like it's getting pretty heated over there.
Yeah, you better be careful over there, Terry. You better be careful.
Hey, you never know, man. I tell you what, shit happens, and it usually happens when I'm around. I'll tell you that.
It does, don't it? You tend to kind of like fall into that, it seems like.
I'm just like a ship magnet, man. I'm not sure why that. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but it just seems to happen that way.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, we all can't be rich and powerful, man. Some of us are just short, furry, and funny. I stick with my strengths,
Would you drop the Cash App in there again for Christine, please?
Yes, I will. Give me just a second.
Yes, Christine is the winner of the shirt for $225. And Christine, once again, also leducator@yahoo, send me the information and I will send you that shirt to you. And you can let me know how you want that shirt, if you want the signatures on it, or if you want us to leave our grubby hands off of it, we can do that too. So.
Hey, now speak for yourself about the grubby part. I won't put my hands on it, but I won't admit that they're exactly grub. Just because I have to deal with the shit don't mean I get it on my hands now.
Oh, I know. Well, listen, here's what we'll do. Once we get that going in there, I'll go ahead and I'll give Terry his last word, and we'll get going on for tonight, guys.
There's that Cash App that should be coming up any second here. That's Leducator's Cash App, so that's where you'll send that money.
Awesome. Awesome. And also leducator@yahoo.com is where you'll get me as far as an email. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Let's see here. Terry, you got your last word and we'll close this baby down.
Well, as always, I'm always honored that you would choose me to be up here with you. I surely do appreciate it. Hello and goodbye to everybody out there in the chat that I haven't had the chance to speak to personally. Come over on Sav's channel here in a little bit. I might need the protection here in a minute. I might need a few people to help me dodge a few bullets there. I might be stepping into the middle of a pile here in just a minute. But as always, we love having you all around. You know, we love the interaction. We really do appreciate each and every one of you that joined us tonight. And thank you so much for purchasing the shirt, Christine. That's awesome. And we love you for it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. 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 Well, guys, you know where I stand and how I feel about things. You know that I'm going to tell you the same thing I always do. But I want you guys, I really honestly want you guys to remember that we really do make the decisions to do positive things or not. Right? So we can make those decisions. Stay positive, stay focused, look for things. I want you guys to stay in contact with me. Leducator@Yahoo. Anybody's got any information, want to pass something on to me, want to do a charity, a fundraiser, want to just do some awareness and work together for stuff, we'll do it. We'll do it. I don't have much of a platform whatsoever. I mean, I've got, I think, like 1,300 subs or something like that. But you know what? It don't matter. We don't care. If we can reach 100 people, we're doing it right.
Man, if everybody in here could get so much as $1 up, that's $1,300. That's enough to make a difference, man. Sometimes just 50 cents will make a difference in someone's life.
Absolutely. And we can do it, guys. We can do it. So I really do appreciate you guys. God bless you guys so much. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Stay focused, stay driven. Go check out Sovereign, because I'm not going to lie. Once this happens, we're probably going to do a live stream later on that weekend just to talk about it. But you guys go check out Sovereign. Please remember to check out Ironton Auditor and Terry. He's awesome. He's the auditor that really should be teaching all the other ones how to do it, in my opinion. Terry's a good dude and he's got good content and he does it. He tells the truth. He tells like it is. And he's not an asshole about doing it. So check out Ironton Auditor and check out Bits and Pieces. By all means, please check out Bits and Pieces. Stay on Bits. Check on him all the time. Love on him. Tell him how much you appreciate him, because he really does deserve it. And he's a great guy. So, and in the meantime, I'm going to try to come back Sunday. And if I can get Bits up and going, we'll do like a bacon and bits type thing. Maybe Sunday. We'll see. Maybe.
I love the way y'all title that, by the way, Bacon and Bits.
I know. I thought that was funny. I thought that was hilarious, by the way. But we're going to have a good time with it. And we're going to do so. We'll probably do another live sometime this weekend. So, but you guys absolutely stay driven, stay positive, stay focused. I'll be looking for those emails and I'll be looking for some more interaction from you guys. Remember, October 1st, I want to hear from you guys. We got to come up with something. We're going to do this as a team. We're a unit. We're going to do it, right? Always be somebody's corner man. And if you train like you fight like you train. God bless you guys. See you next time.